from when you started out to now, do you think getting into the industry is more accessible, if not more difficult?
As long as they're making stuff, it's accessible. But you have to really, like I said, have a passion for it. You have to have the talent and the drive to do it, and not take no for an answer, and you'll do it. But if you get a defeated attitude and give up, well then, I've had some students that just get defeated by every little thing. Oh, well, I'm not, getting, a big job right now. But, hey, it was hard for me to get in the industry. It wasn't, but I just loved doing this stuff. I didn't care if I did it for free or if I, and I did theater, and then I did film, and I did, different stuff, and independent films, and until it happens. We just got to get to that point and be in the right place at the right time, and it'll happen. Never give up.
Yeah, never give up, persevere.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's always time to be doing something.
And it has, it has to do with, your attitude and everything too, because I knew a lot of guys in the industry that, they were the most amazing sculptors and stuff, but they were assholes of people. One asked me one time, well, how come you get all this work and I don't? I'm way better sculptor than you. I said, because you're an asshole, and you're my friend. I wouldn't even want to work with you. It's, people don't like drama, and they don't like people always constantly on, social media, bad-mouthing everything. They bad-mouthing production, bad-mouthing this actor, bad-mouthing this person. It's just like, stay the hell off social media. Just do your work, get along with everybody, and have a good time. And people like you and want to hire you. So.
Yeah, and I feel like having a great attitude and being a good person, you can get around even if you kind of stink.
Yeah, well, that's it. It's like they would rather hire somebody that's enthusiastic and has a really good attitude where they could train you to do stuff. You might not be the best effects artist. I mean, I've seen people walking off the street and then end up, becoming like a top artist. Becoming a top artist. Yeah. There was a guy, Gene Heater. He was a mailman. And his son worked for Robotine. And I guess he got laid off or something. I don't know what the real story was, but Optic Nerve needed a runner. So his son goes, oh, why don't you go be a runner? Go get supplies. Well, he did that. And he was always fascinated with running foam latex. He was always back there looking in the foam room and asking questions and stuff. And so the foam guy said, well, why don't you become the foam assistant when you're not the runner? You can come in and help me. He became the top foam runner in LA.
That's amazing.
And he wasn't a young guy. Yeah, he was like in his 50s, and he became the top foam runner, and he was so much in demand. And he was like, when he ran foam, it was like perfection. I mean, it just was the best foam pieces. The edges were fantastic. I mean, he became one of the top foam runners. And then, he worked for Optic, and he was working for some other places, but whole new career. And just, walked in off the street and took a runner's job and just to make some money, and ended up top foam runner in the business. So, and he was a great guy. He always used to come to set, and he had bad jokes to tell me. He goes, I got a joke for you. It was like the stupidest jokes, and everybody laughed. They were so hilarious. He was the funniest guy.
Yeah, I feel like the industry is like really lenient with that. You can really just spread out anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
You could be anyone or do anything, and they'll need you for something.
Yeah.
So it's really nice.
There's so many stories like that where people just, they had no idea to do this stuff, and they're just an opportunity, and somebody, they end up just running with it and becoming a top person in the industry.
One of my favorites is, do you know Terry Silver?
No.
He's like this big guy, and I think he was just working like a security job, and they asked him to help them with something for film, and he was acting in it. Now he's like a huge actor, and everyone loves him and knows him now, and it's just like a great backstory. He literally had like no money, and he was just doing a dumb job, and he got in the acting industry. So it's really awesome.
Yeah. I remember this one story. They were filming in downtown Los Angeles, and they were backing the grip truck up. They ran over a cardboard box. Well, there was a guy sleeping in it.
Oh no!
And so they took him out, took him to the hospital and stuff, and then they felt bad for him, and they gave him a job as an extra on the movie, and he was making money. And then he became like a top extra, and he was in Babylon 5. He was in everything. Yeah, and all because he got run over by a truck.
But nobody else has a story like that. He could run with that forever.
Oh yeah, and he was cool. I made him up a lot of times, and I remember one time they were using some alcohol on him, and he freaked out, and they go, "Oh yeah, I'm this alcoholic." He goes, "I don't want alcohol on me." I said, "No, don't, calm down. We're not gonna put alcohol on you. We'll use a different solvent, But I think he was called Dusty or something. I think that was his nickname, Dusty. And he was in all those shows. He had made a whole career out of it. He wasn't homeless anymore.
Is he still around?
I don't know. That was last time I saw him was 2000. So I don't know.
Yeah, there's a lot of great success stories like that. It's really awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean it happens. You just never know. It's being in the right place at the right time and taking advantage of the situation. Like Tom said, seize the moment.